great. Let's see if we work out this one. Hey, you can hear me. Cool. Hey, you can hear me. Alright, carry on setting up now. This is like the biggest thing. Setting up the YouTube on Friday is so much different from Zoom. Brilliant. So we got the tablet for the times. Volume. Let's make this full screen as well so I can actually see myself when I stand back. It's me just yawning away there. Yeah, don't wait if you need to do other bits and pieces. I'm going to start at 9:30. It's just where I've had a couple of issues getting this to start off effectively in the past. I like to kind of just make sure it's streaming a little bit earlier. And then once I kind of like re-upload this through YouTube's editor, I just cut this kind of dead time out. So if you want to grab a coffee, you need to grab your water bottle, you need to grab a towel, do what you need to do. So like a good like 10, 12 minutes. In fact, I might just do the same. Move my headphones here so they don't lose sync. I'm back. I'm just doing a million more entertaining things on YouTube. I'm just more balcony room. I should get set up and waiting. So you go and check Facebook group and then see who's tends to be coming into. If anyone's got any injuries as well, if you want to put them in the comment box, if it comes up on your window as well, just to let me know. So I know Guillermo, if you're going to do the workout today, we had a chat yesterday. If you're going to do the workout today, you're going to take any kind of jumps. If anyone's got injuries, just let me know, and then I can kind of give you a little shout out, or maybe to think as a preliminary backup exercise on the go. I can try and give you some stuff like that. Obviously, only you know how your body feels. So you might say you have a knee pain, and I might say, okay, don't do squats because it's bad for your knees, but you might go, no, squats are fun, and it might be jumping lunges, for example, set it up. So try to listen to that as well. So if you feel like you're okay and it's not painful, not at all, you can try it at a slow pace. And a lot of times as well, doing some of the exercises just at a slower pace or a regressed variation as well, just be the safest way. But yeah, if you've got any injuries, just let me know. We've got quite. Yeah, we're starting off with a couple kind of like low to high level impact exercises like jumping jacks. So depending on how soft you land, I would say it depends on how heavy that feels or how intense of an exercise that makes it feel for you. But yeah, this is see who's cracking along. Oh, got a new YouTube subscriber yesterday. Nice. That makes it up to a nice round 50. I think I don't know if it's a subscriber count that is important. When you look at the YouTube monetization stuff, it says 4,000 hours of content needs to be watched. I know it does say in 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, I think it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours. So there we go. I think at the beginning of lockdown, I was on like 20 subscribers. So in 9 weeks. So at this rate, by the year 2000, if it builds up enough to do it, I'll be happy and I'll look at it a bit more. And if not, it's at least kind of like give me something to do over these 9 weeks as opposed to just kind of sitting there playing video games or not even exercising myself. So having this kind of reason to get up and do the training myself, I feel it's nice. It gives me a bit of purpose, and obviously it's helping you guys out there as well who are missing regular activity. It's also providing a little bit of structure to some people as well. Some people who said, like I'm saying, Friday 9:30, you know, stops me going to bed at like 2 in the morning on a Thursday night. Which is good. You know, sleep is an important part of recovery. It's an important part of your immune system as well. So obviously the whole shebang right now, thinking about your immune system. However, mine is taking a beating just from the pollen. So if I start sniffling today, I think the pollen today is really bad. Before I even took my hay fever tablet in bed this morning, I was just like, what is happening? So this is pure karma. Coming to kick me in the ass for all the many years I took the piss out of my sister, my mum, and my dad, who all got hay fever. That's my dad's birthday today, so good morning, Pastor. Say, oh, cool. There we go. It's good luck in your first workout. No worries. All right, so I know Guillermo's taking it off. No worries. Yeah, so like I said, if you do feel you've got some injuries, Guillermo, is his first day not doing one of the workouts since quarantine has begun. And that doesn't necessarily mean he's gone super, super crazy. Some of the workouts he was saying to me, he's been just kind of going at 50% or 60%. But remember, we had about 7 weeks, 8 weeks where we weren't allowed outside unless you were shopping. So that was the only kind of prompted physical movement in the daytime for him and his wife. So probably kind of using that as his activity levels. But now there's the ability to go walking, and he was still doing the training every day. It was just kind of like, oh, I feel my back a little bit. So just be careful if you feel you've got any injuries by some of the exercises that could be elevated a bit, made worse. So this is the weird thing, like I can apparently click a button here and tells me who's participating, but it always says no one. But then I see in the top left corner like a number which indicates people watching as well. So Marie, if you're watching out there, you've got your hamstring. Sarah, you've got your back. Maz, you've got your back. Kaz, you've got your feet. Everybody's got, in Cresta, you've got your feet as well. So everybody's got these kind of common areas. It's not usually the upper body. Catherine, it's your shoulder. And Andreas, it's your wrists and your knees as well. So it's common areas of concern, which would be generally knees, feet, and lower back. It tends to be where most people are So do be careful once you kind of get the indication that something isn't feeling right in the workout. I know it can be very tempting to kind of just push through and just screw it, I'll just push through the pain. And that's Oh, well, good. Hey, we got. Is that a dab emoji? I love it. It can be very tempting to push through pain because you've got adrenaline flowing. There's me shouting at you, going, "Come on, do it! Get out!" But if you hear something in your body that just says, "Yeah, something don't feel right there," like I've mentioned my shoulder quite a few times because I say it was a motorbike crash, and it really wasn't even that much of a crash. I love these emojis; they're like little lemmings. It was just basically a really, really rainy day. This is the beautiful thing about this story. There's some new emojis I had no idea they existed. I need to get these. I was basically riding my motorbike about 6, 7 years ago from South London to Northwest London on a Saturday morning for a course that I was paid to do from some Australians because I don't want to get London travel on a Saturday morning. I'll take my motorbikes, roads will be empty, and it was pissing it down with rain. It's going through an area called Crystal Palace, and it has a big slalomy road. And some of the speed bumps in the UK, they're like squares. They're not just like an over. So I was going down this road, pissing it down with rain. So much rain that there's water streaming down. I just kind of came around the corner and the bike just slid underneath me and just kind of landed on my shoulder. Do you want to know the beautiful thing and the ironic thing? The course I was going to do is for rehab, rehabilitation in clients. So I had this decision to make, sat there with my leg kind of underneath the bike, not trapped or anything, but I was just on the floor, and I was like pissing it down with the rain. Do I A, call the ambulance and miss out on this £900 course, or B, get to the course and just like try to do the best I can? So I lift the bike up, get back going. Thankfully, it was only my second motorbike, so you never really have your first and your second motorbike aren't ones that you spend a lot of money on. Get to the course, and then the instructor was like, "Has anyone got any injuries?" I'm like, "Yeah." I just fell off on my motorbike today. So that day we were actually learning how to do HiiT taping, the sports taping, and how you can assist. Keep going, Sergio. This is probably good for my algorithms on YouTube. If they see more comments and stuff, they'll be like, "Hey, this guy's got some good content. Let's boost him up to the leaderboards." And I was just like, "Yeah, guys, I've had a nasty little like fall on my shoulder and had some HiiT taping, and they basically." Just made this whole like deltoid out of HiiT tape, and I was actually able to kind of do this movement with the tape on. The problem with the HiiT taping is it takes a bit of time to put on, and they're not always waterproof. So you can train a client with it on, and that day, because this gym that the course was in was like £600 joining fee. Daniel Craig was a member, so I was like, "Oh, I want to see James Bond. James Bond." Never turned up. But I was like, "I got to work out in this gym. This gym is a £600 joining fee. Like, when am I ever going to get a chance to work out in this kind of gym?" So I was like, "Okay." Did a bit more legs that day, but yeah, the ironic thing was mashed up my shoulder going to learn how to rehab. So I always kind of say to clients, I'm like a guinea pig. So if I want to kind of do a particular training method with someone, like there's a thing called German volume training, so it's like 10 sets of 10 or whatever, and I'm always going to do it first myself to kind of see who I think it might be for, particularly one-for-one clients. But that was just instantly, literally putting myself through a rehab situation to see if any of this stuff works. And like some of the tools we got, some of the things we got, like one of the actual things, still have it to this day, is this kind of little roller thing, and there's loads of stuff. I've used this, like all the other PTs in my other studio in the UK would always go, "Oh, there's Ryan with his roller." And then funny enough, you can now buy those sorts of things with the Decathlon very, very cheap and stuff. All right, 9:30 on the money. So let me neck my espresso and welcome everybody to the Friday morning hit. So if you were on my Instagram, you've probably already seen the dancing guy getting out his car. It's my kind of way of celebrating. It's Friday. It's another week of quarantine. Made it through. Some of you, particularly maybe if my father-in-law is watching, I know he likes to kind of jump in on YouTube. He's probably thinking, what is he even talking about? What is Instagram? I basically show a nice little funny dancing guy on Fridays, which celebrates it. So, story time over. We'll go through the workout. Normal kind of Friday workout. I think it's always quite nice because we start the week with the clusters, if you're jumping with the zooms, and then we finish the week with the supersets. And then Saturday, last week, we got the Disney workouts long, 1,000 reps. Friday, Saturday, it's either this sort of format or we have a different fun workout. So we're doing super set. So exercise 1 and 2, we've got 8 of each. So we're going to go into the jumping jacks. We'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll also do 8, hit the deck on the ground, and then go 8, jumping jacks, feet jacks, or plank jacks. So a full rep here is, that's 1, 2. Come back up, 8 and 8. So with this one as well, you're trying to make sure you get this nice opening up of the shoulder and full range as well. So you've probably heard me say this a lot. Shoulder is the most mobile joint in the body. It can go through a lot of different ranges. So we want to kind of take that full range of both of those ranges as well, both those movement patterns, the jumping jacks. Then we're going to go and hit the deck, and you've got the leg sit up. So one leg in the air, one leg out. Do 3, 2, 3. Switch the leg. And hit the other 3, 4. Change like getting up occasion to this. Control in there. It's people see the Instagram post. Okay, so we'll do that for 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 30 on, 10 off. A total of 4 more completed and 2 times of each exercise. Then we've got the agility burpee. So Darcy, if you're in today, we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and then hit the deck full of the burpee. And just push that arm down a little bit, push on that up. Back a little bit more, so then you come down after those 4 agilities, out, in, and then 1, 1, 2, 3. So 4 of the agility to 1 burpee. Then take things a little bit easier. Take a wall, hips in line with the knees, back nice and forward, and then wall sit. So with your foot position, you can't really see here. Turn it down. Foot position, just make sure they're not here, so you're putting loads of pressure on the knees. Out in front, will put less pressure. Directly down will be a nice kind of strict technical movement. If you want the legs a little bit longer, there's less pressure because your knees are so flexed. This is not a great idea, so as you get lower and lower through the hip, you might have to adjust how much you open up your leg position as well. So that's going to be superset number 2. Number 3, we're going to do a 4-second down, 1 second pause, 1 second up, squat. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then up fast. Into a jump, 1, 2, 3, 4, fall, into just a regular extension. So with this, you have to flex the hips and the knees. So we're not trying to just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Forward bend, push the butt back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then up fast. 0 seconds at the top. So you're trying to go straight into the next rep. So you're either going down, holding it, or coming up. So we're not pausing here to get it, so trying to get in this 30-second period. That's 6 seconds a second, if it's 4 down, 1 at the bottom, 1 up, 6 for a race, 24, 5 reps, depending on how everybody counts. And then we've got a power push. Haven't done this one for a few weeks. So we squat down, and then forward, up, up, down, down, up. So making sure the hands are nice and wide on that. The legs won't feel that as much on their own, but they'll probably feel that a little bit more because they're doing that descended, that controlled drop down squat as well. Then we've got into superset number 4. So we're going to go to walk out to a push-up. So nice and simple. This is kind of one we usually use in the warm-up. So I'm just trying to get in camera. So every time you go for a walkout, stretch for the hamstrings, walk all the way out, push up, walk all the way back up. However, every time you go out, I want you to add 1 more push-up. So rep number 2, come out, and I'm going to go 2, rep number 3, rep number 4. Easy enough to kind of get through. Then we've got the last one, we're doing mountain climbers, 8 regular, 8 outside. So if anyone's going to wear that, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then stomping 1, 2, 3, 4. So you've done 8. If for any reason one of those particular mountain climbers, again, someone who's got maybe like hips or back, upsets you, go continuously for the same type. So I know that, for example, Sarah, under the cross aren't great for you. I think it's under the cross might not great for you. But do 1 if, 2 if it's no good for you. But you kind of control with your abs, postnatal, you're kind of recovering still, and you kind of like issues when abs are kind of all in that area. Be super careful. And if any type of mountain climb isn't good for you, you turn it over and try just a reverse crunch if need be. So you still bring the legs to the body. That's just a super backup exercise if anyone really struggles with mountain climbing. Cool, and that's going to be one complete round. We'll go through it 3 times. And we've got a rep challenge. So at the end of the day, I'm going to give you that. It's not the most complicated of exercises, but it's going to be a high rep volume. So just there. So I'm just going to take a sip of water. Because I'm already sweating. Make sure you got your towel, water bottle nearby, and just check that out. So you've got 9 people free legs. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Means a lot. Bring the legs at the ground. Sit jogging. Nice light pace. Yeah. Just like breathing a little bit faster. So we're going to do 5, 10, 15. 5 seconds fast. 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds fast. 4, 3, 2, 1. Easily it back down, nice and light. So again, if you've got somebody struggling with the feet, you go for this march. You get a bit more twisting if you go for that march, then we're going to be able to get as we're running. So if you're a marcher, get a bit more twist. If you're a jogger, get the arms going into it. 10 seconds fast. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease it off. Last one. Oh, definitely feel the problem in the air. 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring those knees up. Grab those knees. 7, 8, 10. Last 5 seconds. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Bring it down. Nice. Good. All right, give him a stretch on the hamstrings. So position. Right hand down to that left foot. Left hand down to that right. Nice big stretch. If you find it a bit hard to get the fingertips down to the feet, don't worry, go as far as you can, vice versa. If you find fingertips easy, try to get the palm of your hand down to the foot. 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down to the ground in full forward position. Hands slightly in front of your shoulders. 1 foot in line with the hips, so it's not too far back. It's not high, ready to pivot on the heel. So put your bum back, pivot on the heel, and the foot is straight. Toes face the sky. Going forward, toes face forward. And dynamic, trying to stretch it in and out. So you should be feeling this either on the inner thigh, hamstring, behind the knee. All of the above, you're just tight. If you've done a lot of workouts this week, things might just start to be season up a little bit. If you're not putting too much effort or as much effort in your stretching. 3, 2, 1. Continue sides. And then it's also important that the hands don't leave the ground. So when you're here, you're making this nice stretch. So you're getting a little bit of work through your lats as well. And your lats are going to be something that gets very tight. Sat at a desk. Which a lot of us are doing this kind of working from home desk position. And these working from home setups maybe aren't as ideal as they could be. Your office desk has obviously got a proper desk. If you're at home, you're working at your dining table. The height of that dining table maybe isn't something you can maneuver around and change the height of your chair and whatnot. 3, 2, 1. Taking it down so your butt's on the seat. Legs just about 45. And then externally drop one leg, externally drop the other, and rotate through. Try to get all the way down so you get a nice bit of rotation. Move the hips as well. Not to hold it for too long. Just go side to side. Trying to see if that goes all the way down. Don't wait if you're only getting so fast, it's really tight. Still trying to add that rotation in. If that's still too much, just trying to go from side to side facing forward. You still get the external, internal rotation. Just kind of movement through those hips, and they should be able to do this quite easily. Don't wait if you can't, it'll just be a stretch pattern or a flexibility pattern you have to improve again. 3, 2, 1. Test out your legs, so try a few squats. Hands in front, balance if you want. Hands on your chest, hands on your hips, on your legs, just it. Just see what feels tight. Take a deep breath in. Going down, breath out, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll try that again after this next movement. So I'm gonna go pull my quad on my right side, step forward, and then pull my leg across on the left, step back. So I get the quad over here, with a hip stretch, and then coming through there. Same movement pattern. My right leg behind me, left leg in front. 3, 2, 1. Change it out, so now I'm going to grab the left. And then I'm trying to make it so that I don't need to hold the rail, but if you need to hold the rail, then I hold the rail rather than doing this. I'll hold the rail, point it down to the ground. Hold the rail if you need to get across, rather than trying to do the balance when you're out here and then. So I'm trying to get a stretch more than anything. Balance is important, but it'll come and we'll work on it with training. We want to make sure we're getting a nice scoop and preparing the muscles for the training. So if you're kind of doing it half correct because your balance is holding you back, there's a risk there that you don't move the muscles properly. So one more, 3, 2, 1. Nice, let's step squats again, see if that feels any better. So breath in. That feels a little bit more loose for the quads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit of upper body low, so we've got that jumping jack coming up first. So we go hands right in front, diagonal, pop the chest through, come, change the angles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm at a time. Big circle. Careful anything behind you. Change direction. 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite side. Just get that shoulder nice and ready. So remember, the jumping jack is that first move. Change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's a check out. Everything goes good. Still want to do it? Of course you do. All right, 10 seconds till we go. So we've got the jumping jack. And HiiT pump. Jumping jack and 3 legs up. 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. So we've got 8 reps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit the deck. 9 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clean up. 50 seconds gone. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds is yours, remember? So 10 seconds to set yourself up. Come down to the ground. Both legs on the ground. As you transition, it'll be a bit easier. 3, 2, 1. Both legs in the air. But the whole rep is going to be a bit harder. So there. That's harder. 1, 2, 3. This will be a bit easier. And just a knee raise will be a little bit easier as well. So do the level that works for you. 4, 1, 2, 3. 8 seconds left. Then we're going to go back to that double jumping jack, plank jack. 4, 3, 2, 1. Find your feet. Quick sip if you've got the time. 3, 2, 1. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 15 seconds go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 seconds left. 4 seconds. 1, 2. Ground, towel. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Switch legs. So if you need to, you can always assist the legs with your hands. 2, 3. So just help it lift one up and one down. If the weight of your leg feels a bit heavy now. 15 left. 1, 2, 3, 5 seconds. All right, you got a 20-second breather. So we're on superset number 2, so just to me recapping you what we've got. Agility burpee with the wall sit. So we've got one that's got a lot of movement, and one that's going to take in very, very little movement. It's isometric hold. So that isometric just means the muscle is neither getting longer nor shorter. Agility burpee, 3, 2, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the burpee starts to tire you out in later rounds. You take your time up here, so there's less of this going up and going down. Remember, as you get warmer, blood vessels are going to open up a bit more, and you're going to find it. Some people find it harder for that blood to come back up to the brain with this up and down movement. And that's where you get that kind of lightheaded feeling. So take it a little bit slow in the agilities. Prepare yourself going up and down. Remember knees, not too much bend. 3, 2, 1. Here's into my hips. Nice flat line. Just go to your happy place. 10 seconds gone. So this is what means, this is the isometric contraction. So now the quads is neither getting shorter, so that'd be with the legs standing up or extending, so it'd be getting shorter to pull at the joint, and it's not getting longer, that'd be me stretching. So it's just a same position. 3, 2, 1. And that's the same thing as planks. So your abs in that plank position, they neither get longer nor shorter. So Friday, Education Fridays. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 2, 4. 1, 3, 4. 5 seconds. Hold those legs so heavy after that squat hold. After burpee. So, yeah, some of you mentioned before that these exercise leaves a wall print on your living room. So put a towel behind you in round 2 or round 3. Get like me sweat buckets. Thankfully, I need my water on my towel. Don't let the knees cave in. Using your glutes and the quads. You're going to feel more on the quads, but keep the glutes engaged. 3, 2, 1. 2 rounds in. Número 3. So we've got the 4 second down, 1 second hold, 1 second up, exploding squat, and then a power push. So that's like coming down into the squat and a wide position with the hands. So I'll do this one from the side so you can look at back technique. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then up. No jump at the top. If you're worried about knees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up. No seconds at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. As you go down to the squat, you can position the legs wider and narrower. So if you go a bit wider than the sumo position, so you're starting to use different muscles in the legs. Power push. 3, 2, 1, down, down, push, push, down, down, push. Push makes it a bit easier. Down, onto the knees, push, off your knees, finish the squat. Down. A little bit harder, reach further in front, so your upper body has to push you further and harder to get back to your standing position. Squat. 4 second, 1 second, 1 second. As I said, if you want, try a little bit wider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Get right in that inner leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, Power push. And 3, 2, 1. Down. Have your legs run out. Leave this all to the upper body. So come down, drop your knees. Push. Upper body. So give those legs freedom if you need to. And recover for a couple reps like that. See if you can pull it back with the legs as well. Get a bit of rest. 10 seconds left. 6 seconds. 3, 2. All right, we're here. The last one of round 1. So we've got the walk out to the push up. So our hands go a bit more closer in. And the mountain climbers, 8 straight, 8 outside or across. So you're doing 2 types of mountain climbers, one if you're injured. Push up ladder. So we go out. 1. Next one is 2 reps. It's a nice little challenge for you throughout the day. How many reps can you do in this 30 second? 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 3 seconds. All right, so I got 4 done. I'm gonna try and get 5. That might kill me. Then we've got a mountain climbers, 8 and 8. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 seconds. 7, 8. 5, 6, 8. 1. Alright, walk out. There's a lot on the shoulders, a lot on the upper body on this round. 1. Restart your count. 1. 2. 1, 2, 3. 15 seconds. 2, 4, 8 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, finished it. And now I'm very tired for the last part. Mountain climbers, 8 and 8. Here we go. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. 15 seconds of halfway. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. 4, 6, 8. 1, 2. Alright, we've got it. You got 50-second rest. Just less than a minute. That was all the nice. Oh, I love the emojis, Sergio. Maybe YouTube will be like, hey, wow, this guy's got all the new emojis. Must be popular. Alright, take a drink. Halfway through your rest. Now, and in case I can't remember now, fist bump. Alright, so we've got the jumping jacks and the plank jacks, 8 and 8. Try to bring the breathing down as much as possible so you're not starting this next round gas. Single seconds of rest. 1, let's go. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Hit the ground, hit the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And up we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, single, 6, 7. Good job. 1, 2, 3 seconds. We're into it. Round 2. Legs up. 3 reps before we change leg. 2. 3. So you can use your leg as a reference point. Can you touch your lace? Can you touch the shoe? Can you touch the toes? Or can you get both hands touch each other on the other side of the shoe? So you know you're getting further into that range. Breathe it. Jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 seconds left. 10. You got this. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 4, 3, 1, 2. All right, ab move. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, 15 seconds. 2, 3. 2, 3 seconds. 1, 2. So the reason, talking about isometrics earlier, if you are doing that leg hold in the air on the other leg, so that leg is on this side of the body, the abs are getting longer or shorter. But on this one, you're doing the crunch, so it's going to make it a little bit harder the next time. Okay, so we've got the agility burpee and the wolf sit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, hit that burpee. 1, 2, 4. Now some quick those legs. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 seconds. Wall sit. Get ready for it. Keep your wall going nearby, towel nearby. 3, 2, 1. Cheers. Take some breath. Use this round. I know the legs burn, I know that sucks. Use this round as your game plan to bring your heart rate down. So control that other muscle, this heart muscle. 3, 2, 1. So if you can just focus on that breath, you can take some of that focus away from how much the legs burn. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you got to breathe much quicker because you're moving quicker. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 13 left. Oh, those legs when they feel heavy after that agility. After that wall sit, there's no agility in them. Stupid legs. Right, deep breaths again. All the way through the set. 3, 2, 1. So remember, my foot is directly underneath there, so it's not behind me. My toes are certainly not behind my knees. Breathing nice and deep. End of the set on this one. The superset number 3. Circuit round number 2. 3, 2. All right. Here we go. So we are halfway through the exact workout. So we've done 2 sets of the second round. So 4 second down, 1 and 1, and then the power push. So, little finger in your belly button, thumb above your sternum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Don't let those knees go over the toes. Push the palm back, chest up. See the back is nice and flat, front and lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Power push. 3, 2, 1. Down, down, push, push. Legs, chest, arms, shoulders, legs. Down. 15, you're halfway. Walk back, drop down to your knees, hands out for the push-up. Walk up, push your way back on your feet if you get really tired with these. 4 seconds more. Take a seat if you need to. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 12 seconds left, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Power push. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, down. Oh, my legs are broken. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, so not too dissimilar an exercise. Walk out. So you'll press up the ladder, so you're adding 1 rep every time, and then your mountain climbers. As the rounds go on, don't worry if you have to drop and progress your exercises. 2, 1, 1. What else is? 2, 4. 10 seconds. 2, 4, 5. 5. I got 5. I'm happy. Mountain climbers 8 and 8, or just pick one mountain climber all the way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 seconds. Oh, you know what's coming, that walkout push-up. Ladder, restart the count. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Let's crush it. 1, 2. Super strong. Come on, guys, you can do this. 2, 3, 2, 4, 8 seconds left. 1, 2. plan to bring home round number 2. Let's go. 8. 4. 5. Now remember, keep your shoulders over your hands. Don't let yourself drift back. Keep yourself over the hands. 3, 2, 1. 50 seconds rest. It's gonna go quick. Come on. Whoa, this is heavy. Is it because you know it's 35 years? Like on Wednesday, the Back to the Future 1 came out. You're going, whoa, Doc, this is heavy. All right. So we just need that 1.21 gigawatts to get through the last round. All right, 15 seconds left. I know it goes quick. Where did 35 seconds go? Like that. Jumping jacks, plank jacks of 8, the leg crunch. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember what I was saying earlier on about getting up to the ground and down? Take your time if you're getting lightheaded. I know you want to kind of do the same amount of reps as the first round, second round. But if you're getting dizzy and lightheaded, you're going to blow out. I'd rather you continuously work slower to the end rather than work hard for 20 seconds and then give up. Not give up, but have to stop because of lightheadedness. But that's only if that applies to you. You can push hard. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we got this isometric hold on this leg, and this flexion and extension. So this is 2 ways, 2 movement patterns, or 3 to train your abs. Flexion and extension, just like your crunches, static hold, and the only thing we're really missing here is rotation. So that's the 3 movement patterns applied to ab training. And we've got a move there that does 2 out of 3, which is why it's a little bit hard. Last jumping jack round. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plank jack. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15 seconds. 8. 6, 7, 8. All right. Now, 2 out of 3. All right, there's only exercise that does 3 out of 3, but what I'm glad you asked. So bicycle crunch would be the 3 out of 3, which is why a lot of people find bicycle crunches very hard if done correctly. Focusing on this, so you need to take out the leg, and then you're just back on the flexion and extension mainly. Got a bit of a static hold with the leg over you, but not as heavy as it would be down there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 round. Down. Come on. 1 round under your belt. So we're getting into the agility bar for you. And the wall set. So remember, on the wall set, your goal is to bring your breath down as much as possible. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. I can't even call it legs. There we go, that's my legs. I felt like I was trying to move someone else's legs then. It felt so heavy. 2, 3, 4. So you're going to throw in some salsa hips, get that hip shaking going in there as well. You can with the agility, because now you're locked into a statue. All right, so you guys here in Spain, in Barcelona, I want you to imagine you're on Los Ramblers, 3, 2, 1. You're painted gold and you're trying to just get some money in your cup. As a kid, and it won't leave you away. You have to stay still. So bring the heart rate down, in the nose, and up, back nice and flat. Leg, not too much flexion at the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds, let's use it. Those legs feel heavy. I know mine did the last time I came back to this. Shake it out, this is the last agility burpee. 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4. Oh, that's a slow start. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 8 seconds. Do one more. 2, 3, 4, be your last round. Big breaths, bring it down, bring it down. All right, here we go. Bring that heart down. I see my legs a little bit more in front this time, so just giving them a bit of a, not pushing them as much, because there's that 4-second squat on the next one, which kills. Two in, 2 to go. So we've got a 4-second down, 1 and 1. Squat. Power push. Pace yourself. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. No rest at that top, remember. When you are either going down, going up, or holding at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Don't let those knees cave in now. Push the knees wide. 1, 1. Go wide on the legs if you're getting burnt out. 4 seconds. 1, 1. Power push. 3, 2, 1. Down, up, down, down. So the squat is no time. You're trying to hold it now. You're trying to move that leg quick. So see, I'm actually dropping my knees to the ground. Get a bit more speed on this one. 5, 4, 3. I'm sorry, I left you hanging. Wide start for me. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. No pause. 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1, down. My brain just melted. I wasn't even holding a second at the bottom there. I'm trying to do the exercise. I'm trying to use my fingers for counting digits so you can see visually the time. Didn't kind of work. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. This is going to be your last rep. 3, 2. All right, one last movement. So we got that walkout ladder. Prepare yourself. Try to get that same number count. 2, 1. Let's walk it. Let's go. Out of breath every time. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, almost there, guys. 15 seconds left. 2, 4. 8 seconds. 1, 2, 5. Mountain climber. 3, 2, 1. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 10 seconds. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 10 seconds left. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. Last walkout, push-up ladder. Come on. 3, 2. Well, I know it sucks. Dig deep, man. Dig deep. Don't listen to that voice that says you're tired. Listen to mine that says you can carry on. Keep going. Carry on. Carry on. 1, 2, 3. If you don't, I'll start singing "Carry On My Wayward Son." Nobody wants that. 1, 3, 4. Yes, got it. All right, last one. Mountain climber. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Hands over those shoulders. Shoulders over those hands. 15 left. 10 seconds. All right, I've just forgotten how to speak English. So if you can make out my grunts, that was me saying well done. All right. Take 2. You deserved it. But we are not done yet. All right, so. Just have a drink. All right. Let's go through. This is super simple. I'm coming back, don't worry. All right, so if you have a couch or a sofa, depending on what part of the world you're from, nearby, you can tuck your toes underneath. We got a challenge. So I want you to go either for a target rep. We've got 3 levels we're gonna go for. The exercise is super simple. Sit up. And that's it. Or a crunch. So I'm gonna try and go for the full sit up. Level 1, 50 reps. And you're done. Level 2, 75 reps. So if you do 51, you're going to 75. Don't stop with 51. Level 3, 100 reps. Okay, so try to make the decision before you start, because it's going to be very easy to listen to that voice at 42 or 36 reps and say, you know what, I'll just go 50. It's going to get harder as you go through it. So I want you to try to now say in your head what number you're going to go for. I reckon a lot of you will probably try to say 75, because then you might go, okay, if we get to 75, I'll go 100. If you get 75 as your target and you get to 50, and you're like, you know what, I'm 2/3 of the way there. But I understand if you have to go for 50, and if you struggle to make 50, don't worry. Set a target to build up to it. So if you bomb out at 22, cool, you know the next time you're trying to get to 25. But I would say one thing to make this a little bit better of a challenge, so you can focus a bit more on it, just have some weight on it. So I've just got a backpack here with a couple of water bottles in. Now I'm going to go to 100. If you want to kind of go until I've finished, cool, because you obviously don't want to be here on your own. And then we shall, yeah, so then we're jumping into the coffee in 9 minutes. So ready, I'm going for 100. Count your reps. I'll try to give you the checkpoints when I'm at 20s and 30s or whatnot. So you've got two things to worry about here. Making sure you're not pulling on the head. Make sure you don't slam down to the ground. If you're someone who's doing a crunch, moving here to here, again, you're not pulling on the neck. If you're going for the sit-up, here to here. My best piece of advice would be to try to breathe out every time you come up. It's very, very difficult to come up and breathe in. As you're coming up, this is going to start putting pressure on it, and that pressure will be easy to push the air out. Okay, does that make sense? We're going to breathe out on the way up. So say it's very simple. You can make some very simple, technically very, very good. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 1, 2. Well, take the breaks if you need to. Keep that spine nice and long. 8, 9, 10. Keep counting those numbers. Don't let your mind drift off. It can be very simple and easy to kind of lose focus, and then you go, oh crap, what weapon am I on? I'm on 16, this one now. 21. 30 reps. So please reset your position. Your feet are sliding out from the couch. If you started without a couch and you want to move it because you find it's really hard, trust me, that weight on your feet takes out some of the work from the hip flexors and makes it a lot more focused in the abs. 40. All right, things ahead of me. I'm at 48, 49, 50. I'm not going to stop at 50, 51, 53. Remember, if you need to break. But just let me give you that piece of advice. When you have a broken down car and you have to get it pushing, and you stop to take a break and you have to push the car again, it's very hard to start that momentum. 60, 63, 64, 65. Come on, this is a big mind strength test. You've got a big challenge in front of you. Strength is strong all the way through. You're getting every rep pushing closer to the top of this mountain that you're climbing. 72, 73, 74. All right, guys, we're stopping at 75. I've just hit 75. So we are close behind. 76, 77. 83. Woo. All right, 84. 85. 86. 87. Come on, 88. 89. 90. Here we go, 10 to go. 1. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. 98, 99, 100. All right, guys, are we still going? Use that strength, keep going for me. Bring the mat down. All right, I know it's not like the Zoom, so you can't get that audio feedback. So I'm going to zoom a couple more seconds. And you're going to be at your targets, whether you're getting to 50, 75, or if you're ahead of me and you finished earlier, and you got to 100 before me, if you got to your target, you can keep stretching. I'm going to go through. Get ready, this stretch. It's going to feel so good after all that crunches and sit-ups. So drop the hips down. So you think with the sit-up, you're bringing your chest to your legs. So you're making the body short, you're making the abs short right now in this stretch. Or you're making them long, so you bring the shoulders down. So this is a very, very important stretch because if you think about sat at a desk, you're kind of in a crunch position a lot of the day. So the abs are quite short, so you have to be very, very careful not to just work on the strength, but work on the opening up of the body as well. 3, 2, 1, and sinking between the hips, chest down to the ground. Arms are out long. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up, one leg forward. And then again, so with the sit-ups, it tends to be a bit of abs. A bit of hip flexors as well. You want to come in, keep the chest tall, hands on the front of the knee, push it into the stretches right here. You're just keeping your upper body nice and tall as well. So I know at the end of a workout, people tend to stretch like this because they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. But try if you can, just like hold your posture a little bit more. It's almost done for the day. 3, 2, 1, switch out those legs. Definitely a lot. Those little yellow things, those little pollen seeds. There's a tree around here and they just all end up here. It's just like, it's not like kryptonite, man. I never got hay fever living in the UK. And there's a particular tree that grows there that's killing me. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so just position yourself so you can bring your legs out to the side and you end up being flopped over. And then take one hand and cross arms, gently rocking from left to right at the same time. Build yourself up. So side to side at the same time, you're going to gently end up sort of standing up. Just do it much more slower than that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just change the camera angle. It's last bit of the stretching. Roll the arms back. And then lift. So grab the wrist behind and lift up. So just pulling the shoulders back, out to the side, nice and long. What's going to be tempting is your chin just to kind of go like that. So try to keep that chin nice and tall as you lift. Do a stretch for the chest, shoulder. 3, 2, 1, and then with the wrist, 1 and 4, just flop over, forward back. So we're going to do a lot of work out upper bodies. We end up doing a lot of stuff on our hands and our wrists. So without weights, it tends to be the go-to position to work the upper body. 3, 2, 1, and then go back. That's just a little bit. Leave the hand. 3, 2, 1. Change sides. So. Stretch them on the top. 2, 1. Flop it all over. And now it's now in that inner portion. 3, 2, 1. And guys, Friday. It's Friday. I am going to jump off the stream now, and I'll catch anyone who's coming over to Coffee Club in a second. See you soon.